All right, so today is July 11th, 2026. This is episode 3 of our self discovery journey as we go through Miyamoto Musashi's Dokkodo. Sorry, I did this every time. Dokkodo. A lot has happened yesterday, especially. Get into it. First things first, because I do think it is important, is we go over the principle, because I think this principle today is something that I came to terms with yesterday as well as today during my meditations. And yes, after 3 and a prologue days in, I have sat down and meditated. Sound of God, as scary as that is, and feel good. Feel good. To be fair, God can only judge good and evil, so I feel well. So we'll get into that. Law number 3 here is be sure of your decisions. A half-hearted commitment is worse than none. And the passage said something very that I think is something that I struggle with. Let's go back to the previous principle of do not seek pleasure for its own sake. So here's the passage. I'll go through the principle again, and then I'll go through the passage again. Sorry. Principle number 3. Be sure of your decisions. A half-hearted commitment is worse than the thing that I think is most important here is Musashi argues that wholehearted dedication is vital in both combat and healing. In our era of endless distractions and complexity, his advice still rings true. If you're not prepared to give everything, it's better to pause than to proceed without conviction. If you're not prepared to give everything, it is better to pause than proceed without conviction. And this is something that I feel deeply. I immediately thought all of the relationships that I have been dating, but like relationships with people in general that I've been in the last year. Something stuck out to me is I oftentimes would do things that I wasn't 100% certain that I wanted to do. And I hid it under this guise of, oh, well, I'm not really supposed to have it once. Like, I wanted something more. It lost me everything. And that was so detrimental to me. And it came from a place of pain. It came from a place of fear, and it came from my brain. My brain is, we've talked about it multiple times during the series, but my brain will very easily convince me of things that I would never wish to be true for anybody. My brain will convince me that I'm not good. It did yesterday. Yesterday was so rough for me, in fact, that I seriously took a step back, thought about my suicide attempt in 2024, and I really said out loud in front of God, in front of the universe, everything out loud, I had said maybe none of this would have happened if I would have jumped. Be hurt. all this stuff. Like, no one will be hurt. I wouldn't feel this way. The person that I love most wouldn't be questioning things and they'd be happy and all this stuff. And I really believed it. I really did. So where is this coming from? Well, if you recall, I said that I had purged people from my life without saying a word. Was it right? I don't know. Was it fair? Probably not. But this is my first time around this planet, and that felt like the right thing to do. To not say anything. It didn't feel kind. It did not feel kind, but it felt like the right thing to do for myself. Because I knew if I had a conversation, I'd spiral, and I would give in. So I didn't. And I got a text, a number that isn't saved because I lost all my contacts when I switched my phone. But I got a text. Gist of it was they noticed that I unfollowed them. For context, they unfollowed me a long time ago, but still have me on like Discord, right? For context. But the point is, they seen it. They wanted to know what happened. And I was typing a message to respond. Before I had finished it, they had responded again. And a few things that were said really hurt. Like it really hurt. And I'm not blaming them. I completely understand where they're coming from. Everything like that. But it did hurt. They said, I don't know if your personality is fake or if you like to watch, like to build people up and watch as they crumble and break. And lastly, they said, don't do this to anyone else, because if they care about you as deeply as I did and you did this to them, they would kill themselves. And all three of those things stuck with me. When I was growing up, the world was not kind. Really wanted to be kind. It was something I prayed for. I was like, I want to be kind no matter what happens. I want to do everything out of the kindness that I have in my heart. And I've spent my life doing that. I've also spent my life self-sabotaging, and I did spend my life being kind. So, with that in mind, hearing this, receiving this information, knowing that this person now views me as someone who just builds people up and watches them crumble, get pleasure from that. It hurt a lot. It felt like everything that I had done, everything that I had sacrificed, all of the hard conversations I had didn't matter because I made one decision that I thought was best for me. I made one decision for myself. Mind spiraled and things got really bad, and I've been going through a lot of stuff, so it got even worse. And then something interesting happened. I sat still. I sat calm. and I went into my head, but not in the way that I have been for a year, not through this lens of fear, not through this lens of, oh, my brain is going to tell me all these things, I'm going to believe them. Like, oh, my brain's reality of the situation and the actual reality are two completely separate things. And because it's in my brain, it's so much louder and so much more prominent and all these things. And it's fear. But this time was different. This time I was sitting there and I was in my brain and I was watching the different versions of myself and watching my heart talk to my brain. It was like my inner child was there. Right, and they're crying. They're looking at my brain. It's been at war with my heart for so long. But the child me is looking at my brain and he said, "What made you so evil? Why do you do this to me?" And my brain was taken aback. Literally. It's like paused. And all I heard was it say, "Evil? Who told you I was evil?" And he looks around the room and he sees these different versions of me. He sees my heart, who he's been fighting against. And he goes, he being my brain, goes, "Is that what you all think of me? And I guess it must be true." And he was so sad. I don't think my brain did anything malicious intentionally. I think my brain was doing things, was showing things, was jumping timelines, whatever. Like, I think my brain does those things because I always had to protect and defend myself. Because the little kid me was going through so much pain and these feelings of abandonment and all these things, that my brain learned that we had to protect ourselves for the worst. Still have hope. My heart always had hope, so my heart hopes for the best. But my brain prepares for the worst, and it's life. As someone that didn't think they'd reach 18, and someone that didn't think they would reach 26, it's now 27, they thought and had hoped that life would get easier as time went on. But the process of life doesn't get easier. I think the process of life makes you so resilient that we feel like it's easier. But the weights are the same, the burdens are the same, and I have to change. I can't be afraid anymore. The same way I built these walls to protect myself, I built these realities to protect myself. I think these same walls are blocking blessings that are here in my life. And so now I'm dismantling them. I'm breaking the walls down. And for the first time since, I don't know, maybe since I was 10, my brain has been quiet. I never wanted to be evil. Never wanted that. Something I also thought about was maybe my kindness is a problem. And that changed to my kindness isn't a problem. I just need to be more selective. It's okay to believe and put out that everyone deserves kindness, everyone deserves love, unconditional. It's the soul of the world, and that's okay. But I need to be more selective with how much I give and to what extent. Because going back to the principle for today, I've done a lot of things and agreed to a lot of things in my life that I wasn't certain of, and I just took that in stride. I said, well, maybe I don't need to be certain about things. Like, my life is pretty uncertain. I move all the time. Brain is the way it is, depression is the way it is, suicide is the way it is, all these things. And thinking back, because hindsight is 20/20, but thinking back and trying to learn from the past, as painful as it is, I was never certain that I wanted to do a lot of things that I ended up doing. And they have all been to my detriment. The way to defend this is say, well, also really wasn't myself, because I had just left a suicide attempt or any number of things. No. No, I don't think that's just it. I think I spent my life being afraid. And I don't want to do that anymore. I've accepted where my life is right now. I've accepted how other people perceive me. I've accepted how my kindness is taken. I've accepted how I view myself, and I want to change how I view myself while having hope. I don't have to be this person forever. While having hope, it's not too late for me. That it's not too late for the things that I want most in the world. I have this hope. Like, my heart is finally speaking again. And it's full of hope. And maybe it doesn't work out. And maybe that's okay. It's terrifying, but maybe it's okay. You ever been put in a situation that feels familiar, but the people involved in it aren't the people that originally were? And so it throws you back a little bit because it feels familiar and it feels good, and it's like, I've missed this. And then you realize it's not the actions that you miss. It's the person that memory is tied to. Like someone else can do the same actions, but the thing that you're missing is the person that did it first, or just the person that did it before. I think that just because someone isn't in your life anymore doesn't mean that they're not still shaping it in some way. And I think it's better to take a pause when you're uncertain and continue when you're able to give it everything that you have. This last year, from 2025 to now, this last year, I've been very uncertain. I've been very afraid. And I did take a pause in a way. I did take a pause. And now I'm certain, and I worry that now it's too late. Like I've missed the time, but as I dismantle these walls that used to protect me, so much more hope has come through. It's like, yeah, I'm scared, I'm terrified. Like, yeah, I might have missed it. Like, this might have been it, and I may never get it again. And yet, I'm not scared anymore. I feel like everything's gonna work out. I feel like reconnections will be made. I feel like new seeds are gonna be planted, and they can grow even more beautiful than the last one. Like the last tree had grown, and it was stunning, but its roots weren't embedded well enough, maybe. And I think new seeds can be planted, new soil can be tilled, and a new tree can grow now that there's certainty. I'm not just talking relationships, I'm talking about myself. This is a journey of self-discovery. It's something I'm discovering about myself. I think that my roots are so damaged and seed that me into the version of myself all the way leading up until yesterday was already brittle. Like it was already fractured. Like one gust of wind could send me crashing and spiraling down. And life is life, so there's tons of wind, and I fell so many times. And then you put up the walls. I think in order to be the version of myself that I truly want to be, these walls had to be deconstructed. Not just deconstructed, I think these walls had to be destroyed. I say deconstructed at first because I do think it's important to acknowledge and understand why the walls were put up in the first place, but also understand that they have to be destroyed. I think I've been clinging on to a version of myself that had died a long time ago. Like the tree had fallen behind these walls, and a new tree had been planted, but I've been neglecting it. And now it feels like I'm tending to it again. And I have certainty in that. I feel like I'm me again. But improved. I feel like everything's gonna be okay. I'm not scared. If walls were built out of fear, they will always contain that fear. And only by dismantling these walls can that fear leave with it. Emotions are supposed to run their course and go away. But when you build walls out of those emotions, out of the fear, out of the anger, out of the sadness, out of the despair, from all of these things, I think that's how they become a part of you. And only by deconstructing them can you let those things go and truly learn who you are underneath all of that. The walls have been up for so long, they're not straight up anymore. They fell a long time ago. I'm excited for the person I'm becoming, or the person that I'm awakening. This one feels like me. This one feels like me. And he's fucking emotional. He's emotional. And he has a big heart. And a brilliant mind. It can be dangerous, but I don't think it has to be dangerous all the time. Once upon a time, it wasn't. So, I think I have certainty that everything's gonna be okay. That I'm gonna be okay. I'm not doomed to be the person that I was. walls, are down. And if I get hurt, I get hurt. And I'm not gonna build new walls. I don't think I'm gonna build new walls. No. I'm certain no new walls will be built. No matter how hurt I get, I will be this version of me. This heart, this kindness. I'm learning to forgive myself. I'm learning to forgive myself for putting up the walls in the first place. And for keeping them up for so long. I'm learning to forgive myself for the hurt that I caused other people on my journey to get to this point. I don't feel like the monster anymore. Be sure of your decisions. A half-hearted commitment is worse than none. If you're not prepared to give everything, it's better to pause than to proceed without conviction. As long as the walls of sadness and fear remain, that is all that you will ever be. You have to destroy them, and you have to let it go. And I think that's a powerful thing to learn.